Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite handheld systems, the Game Boy Advance SP. Now this little guy is, well, these little guys are some of my favorite handhelds. I love the clamshell design. You got a little thing for the games. And you have some plugs back here, some bumpers. Open it up. Got your buttons, A and B, up, left, up, side to side and down, start and select. Now, this is probably one of my favorite handhelds just because of how small it is. You can play Super Game Boy games and pretty much fit it in your pocket. I mean, besides the Game Boy Pocket, which was quite literally designed to fit in your pocket. But this is like okay. They have basically the same thing but in a Game Boy Pocket, but what I'm trying to say is this, to me, is almost just better in my opinion. I just really like the design of it. There's a handheld that I have to make sweet Nintendo love to, it would probably be this one. Just because it is probably the sexiest handheld I've ever seen. And although mine are quite old, they are quite well. And so the games I have on them, and not only that, see, the Game Boy Advance SP is actually compatible with not only Game Boy games, so regular Game Boy games, but Game Boy Color games, and of course its standard Game Boy Advanced games. So I've got Minish Cap right here, and I've got Final Fantasy right here, except it's the Japanese version, so I technically can't play it unless I want to play it in Japanese, which does kind of suck ass a little bit, but it's kind of there for the novelty, so that's cool. So I'll start one up, like say for example, we'll start off with the Game Boy. You insert it right here. Now there's the on switch right here, and the volume slider right here. So if you can see correctly, because my camera is bad, this should be an ocean. Now you can change the screen ratio by pressing the bumpers. Now this is linked to the what was it? I believe it's Link's Awakening DX. So for a Game Boy game, this looks pretty good. And of course you can't see it as well as I could, but it's right here. And of course, yeah, so since it's Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, it was actually designed to be able to go into color correctly without it having to be all warped. And then of course you have the Game Boy Color game, which runs just a bit better because the Game Boy Color was graphically more inclined. So Capcom made a lot of these Zelda games on the handhelds, except for Link's Awakening. Like, say for example, I put Minish Cap in. Fits in there rather well, convenient. I could shove it down my shirt or something, and no one would know where it is. Sorry, exposed belly button action. So, see here, since it's a Game Boy Advance game, it'll be more fancy. And it looks generally better. So if I just... if you haven't already told though, I'm a huge fan of the Zelda series. I grew up on it, so I have a natural affinity towards it. So, I don't know how I somehow got two of these babies, but I also got a case for it. Now, I originally with the case got a nice, really nice toned blue case to go, Game Boy Advance to go with this, but the battery was screwed, so we just got a normal one. This has a little buckle here, so you can take it on road trips, or I mean, it's not as advanced as the Switch, obviously, but if you're really into older games, I really recommend this, just because of how the clamshell design protects the screen and the buttons, and everything's just there. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and it's pretty cool. Like, oh, I also have Castlevania. circle of the moon, I think. Crescent of the moon? Anyway, so, yeah, it's a very well-made system, or handheld system. I would really recommend it if you're going on just a short road trip, or possibly even a long one if you have enough Game Boy Advance games. Now, where to find them, of course, is a bit difficult considering they were made in like the early 2000s. I think, if it says on the back here, doesn't matter. Anyway, so, yeah, it's probably one of the best just to take. I mean, the original Game Boy, although it has a very iconic design, and it can last for a long time, is a bit difficult to play on because of its lack of a backlit screen. And these are amazing to play on too, but they also rely on a charger, which is great because you don't need AA batteries, admittedly, but I have since not found the charger as easily as I have before. But that is my problem. Your problem is just trying to find where to get these things. Which you can probably find at pawn shops, probably retro stores. Retro stores are really fun too. I've been to maybe a handful of them. There's this really good one called THG, Two-Headed Giant, near an area, and I loved that place. It always smelled like sweat on Sundays, so you could tell that there were some sweaty nerds like me in there. But of course I wasn't participating in the nerd trials, no. I was there to gaze upon the past. Overall though, wonderful system. I highly recommend it. And if you ever have a chance to play it, you probably should. Unless you get a bad game. I'm not a huge football fan, so I've Blitz 2002. I got it when I was like 10 from a friend. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything else you want me to review, or any way I can improve, like any softwares or anything. And of course, I'm doing this on a Chromebook, so it's a bit small. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and again, see you in the next video.